other if we really try.
Oh, I love Harpeth Rising. They are absolutely incredible musicians, all from Indiana University School of Music. I bet you knew that, Ed.
Yep.
Ed Black knew that because he's absolutely brilliant.
Because he's not only funny,
He's smart. He is. Melissa Mershon, also extremely smart. And she is with us to talk a little bit about the September Mini Festival, which is to be held on Labor Day weekend. It'll be Sunday of Labor Day, and it's to kind of soothe our feelings about losing out to Mother Nature on the 4th of July. We have a whole new listening audience, so tell us what's going to happen.
Well, you know what I love about our neighborhood is you can have a lot of fun and not spend a lot of money.
That's true.
You know, you could come to the mini festival, bring a blanket, hang out, listen to some great music, bring your own picnic if you don't want to buy food. But if you wanted to buy food, food would be there. If you don't want to buy a drink, beer would be there and soft drinks would be there. If you don't want to
Beer
shop,
would be there.
You don't have to. But
Isn't it always?
At 8:30, we're going to shoot off the fireworks that we would have done on the 4th of July.
I bet.
And after we have just heard all of the booms and the bashes and the bangs and whatever, and oohs and ahs and whatever, we relax and watch outdoor cinema.
You know what this is, don't you? Crescent Hill
Ed should be
Outdoor
there.
Cinema.
Guess what the movie is? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's Ed's life every day.
There you go. It's
Ed's
a
life
classic.
every single day is Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, so
That'll be fun. Anyone? Bueller? This is going to be a lot of fun because we know that the artists who participated in our juried art sales effort really got shortchanged.
they did. And, you know, people in our neighborhood love to support people who make things by hand.
Yes.
They're individual, they're creative, they're unusual, one of a kind. Why buy something from a box store that everyone else can get?
Exactly.
Why
Buy
don't
something
you give
unique.
something for yourself or just someone you love that's very unique?
Great time to get your shopping done for the holiday. And not the Labor Day holiday, but the Christmas holiday.
And, you know,
We have to start talking about that.
Yes, we
no,
do.
No, we're going to put that off. We don't want to talk about
Hey,
that.
they had all the pumpkins out at Kroger's around the cities 3 weeks ago.
No, we have to stop that nonsense.
No, I'm fine with that. Let's start Halloween quick.
Yeah, well, you like Halloween. But Melissa, seriously, there are beautiful things that are going to be available for sale.
Yeah, and here's the other thing I love, Tara, is that if you were at home all 4 days
Yes.
with your children and you're wondering what in the world should I do with them, Cynthia Thomas, one of our neighbors, who's a mother with kids, has always designed the kids programs for all of our events. And so we're going to have a kids zone that will have a lot of fun, free and affordable activities, including my favorite, the bouncy houses.
I know. Do you ever get into those?
You know, I have to wait till all the children are out before I can get into it.
But why?
You know, it just, when you see kids get in there and they are just jumping with abandon, it just makes you happy.
I know it does.
And, you know, I'm sure parents are sitting back there with their hands crossed going, oh, I can relax for a few minutes.
Well, and what I love about the bouncy houses, too, is that you always have to take your shoes off. And there's this little pile of itty-bitty, tiny little shoes.
And then you come out and you can't find yours
I
because
know.
they're all kicked in a big old pile.
And they're all made of primary colors, which is the best part. All those little red, yellow, and blue shoes. You know, I'm just checking the weathercast. This is kind of important for the weekend.
Give us some good news.
Well, I'm going to tell you that it is good news, and that's pretty exciting. It's going to be warm, okay? So let's just accept that right now. We're going to be looking at 90 degrees,
Okay.
maybe a little bit higher than that. But the really good news is it's going to stay, consistently mostly sunny throughout the entire Labor Day weekend.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and so we're taking the chance that there's always that little pop-up afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but it's not going to be any big deal. And I think it's going to be an absolutely perfect day to get out and enjoy this September mini festival.
Well, I'm so glad because I know something that is near and dear to your heart, of course, is music.
Yes.
And we have 2 bands that will be playing
Oh, cool.
right before our fireworks. And, they need electricity. So we don't want any rain. And right after our bands play, we're going to have fireworks. And we can't have any rain or else we can't shoot the fireworks off again.
No, actually, the only day this week it looks like there could be scattered thunderstorms is Wednesday. But every other day looks fantastic. And we're going to have a few cool days here, which should make Ed happy. He likes cooler weather. Temperatures in the 80s right through Saturday, and then starting to get us a little bit warmer. And that's going to last through next week. But yeah, no real chances of showers or thunderstorms, which is what's going to be good, except for that occasional pop-up. So looking forward to great music, great art, great fun, great fireworks, and then a great movie.
Absolutely.
Do you love that?
Oh yeah, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh and giggle and lay on our blankets and eat free popcorn that the neighborhood
That's good.
provides.
Yeah, they got a little popcorn machine out there that's so much fun.
Old-fashioned popcorn machine.
Let's change the subject for just a moment, because you are involved with an organization that is just spectacular, and you actually came on a few weeks ago to talk about supplies overseas. Can we just get a little summary of it? I know it's not on the subject, but I still want to hear what you do for a living.
Well, Louisville should be very proud that we have a nonprofit in our backyard, one of only 15 in the United States. It's called a Medical Surplus Recovery Organization. A lot of words, which really means that we partner to collect surplus medical supplies, and then we distribute them to communities in need around the globe. Supplies overseas. We've been in existence for 23 years. Most people haven't heard of us because, like most non-for-profits, we don't have money for marketing.
Exactly.
But I have to tell you this story quickly, Tara, because 3 people drove in from St. Louis today, 4
Wow.
hours, just to come to our warehouse. They have a mission. They have a boat that travels the Amazon, deep into the Amazon, to deliver health to indigenous people.
Oh, my gosh.
And where they go is like 20 hours. You couldn't get there by car because there are no roads to get there. The
Right.
only road is the river. And they were such a beautiful and interesting group of people, but they came 4 hours to get surplus supplies from Louisville, Kentucky, supplies overseas, and they're going to be taken all the way to the Amazon.
Okay, give me an example of some of the supplies that you gave them to take.
Today they picked up gloves, gauze. They picked up a lot of instruments for delivering babies.
Oh,
Because
wow.
guess what, Tara? There is no electricity in the Amazon, and when you're a married couple and there's nothing to do, you know what you do?
Yep.
You make a lot of babies. And women have, 6 to 10 babies, and so they needed
Wow.
instruments to deliver babies safely and then to raise them safely. And they got an otoscope, and they got an oxygen concentrator, and they got an EKG machine.
Oh, my gosh. Now, how do they run it without electricity?
They use solar.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
Cool.
I thought I'd caught you there.
No.
She says, no, you didn't catch me.
No.
Solar-powered
Isn't that
EKG
cool?
machines.
Yeah. And on the boat, they do have electricity on the
Okay,
boat,
right.
too. So, but when they take these out into the jungle, they go out pretty far.
That is so
Isn't that
incredible. I
interesting?
love that. I love that about what we have. We have such unique things in Louisville, like the waterfront botanical gardens I
Yes.
talked about before, and the University of Louisville School of Music, which is just spectacular. And we're having a 5K run to raise money for that. And I just have such interesting guests every single week, like you.
This is just a fabulous community.
It is, and it's a fabulous radio station.
It is.
Crescent Hill Radio, WCHQ 100.9 FM, and we feature the best talk, the best music, the best DJs like Ed Black, who will be featured on our
Funny and
lunchtime.
intelligent.
Funny and cute, too. 11 to 1?
11 to 1.
What days of the week?
Tuesday through Thursday.
Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you will be able to hear Ed, plus Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. The Blacklisted Comedy.
Right. Blacklisted Comedy airs every Tuesday night in prime time at 8 o'clock. I'm here on late night, Sunday night from 10 till midnight. And then I'm also going to be helming the Lunch Break Live Tuesday through Thursday.
And only 4 words on Blacklist Comedy get bleeped out.
Isn't that amazing? He's down to the cleanest blacklisted comedy that you can imagine. I'm going to take a quick look around town because we've had some areas that have been concerning a lot of people about traffic. One of those things was the overturned truck that was out on the Gene Snyder, and we're going to see if that's cleared yet. And just coming out of downtown, 64 and 65 both have very, very busy areas. We have a new accident on 64 right at the Watterson Expressway, and that's the Watterson West. It's at Breckenridge Lane, actually. and that was reported about 10 minutes ago. So we know that that's still an active working accident. On the Gene Snyder, let's see, eastbound at Preston Highway is where we have the overturned vehicle, and that's causing quite a bit of a backup. The Waterston Expressway, very close to 71, westbound Watterson, an accident which is about 30 minutes old. A semi is involved, and those are never good because of the time it takes to clear them and clean things up. And then we also had an accident close to Linden Lane at Whips Mill Road, and then one a little bit farther out at Douglas Hills, an accident at Blankenbaker Parkway at University, listen to me, US 60 Shelbyville Road. So that's what we're looking like right now. There's also heavy traffic on the Gene Snyder due to that overturned vehicle going both east and west. So please use caution as you are traveling around town today, especially with the bright sunshine, which can easily reflect on your car hood. So, Melissa, run through the details once again so people will know what they're expecting on Labor Day weekend, besides beautiful weather and a lot of exciting cookouts. And if you don't want to have to cook for yourself, what can we do on Sunday?
We would like you to come to the beautiful grounds of the Peterson-Dumenil House to enjoy the Crescent Hill Mini Festival on Sunday, September 4th from noon until 11 p.m. Live music. Most importantly, I think your listeners will want to know that fireworks at 8:30 and the outdoor cinema at 9 o'clock with Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
So much fun. And we will have everything that you can imagine during the day. What time should we start kicking it off in the morning?
It starts at noon.
Okay.
With the artists' booths, with the silent auction items, with, I hate to admit this, but I love a bratwurst on the grill. I hate to admit
somebody
that, 'cause
else does
it
too.
really sounds like terrible food, but I love bratwurst on the grill. And, of course, wonderful craft beers that will be served by
cool.
FABA, our Frankfurt Avenue Business Association, and the
We
children's area.
We don't just serve like Anheuser-Busch on tap anymore. We are into craft beers.
I mean, we have a place down here on Frankfurt
That's
Avenue.
right, the Craft House.
That's it, the Craft House.
Crescent
Yum,
Hill
yum.
Craft House. You know, I remember that place was packed to overflowing when we had a big snowstorm and everybody was locked in for a couple days. And then everybody ran to the Crescent Hill Craft House because they were the only place that was open. I love that. Melissa Mershon, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day at Supplies Overseas to come in to talk about your other job, which is unpaid, on the Crescent Hill Community Council. A fantastic weekend in store for us. The September 4th Mini Festival, which replaces the rainout on July the 4th, right here at the Peterson-Dumenil House. And I am so grateful to all the great guests I've had today. Thanks to Casey Mayer from the Waterfront Botanical Gardens talking about the Regeneration Fair. And, of course, Roz Carruthers and Lyndon Ferguson, who came in to talk about the fantastic 5K that's going to be held on the 17th of September to celebrate and raise funds for the University of Louisville music students. It's held by the Friends of the University of Louisville music students, and we're very grateful to them. Have a great night. I will see you on Wednesday with more great guests and Waggin Wednesday on Take It From Tara, 6 o'clock.
You're listening to WCHQ LP, Louisville, Kentucky, 100.9 FM, Crescent Hill Radio. All local music all the time.